Now, the WNBA cashing in on its recent surge in popularity, scoring a media rights deal worth more than $2 billion. Eva Pilgrim is here now with the details of what it means. Hopefully it means something good for the players' salaries.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are hoping. Yeah. Robin, you know, this is huge. This deal, a game changer and a historic moment for women's sports. This major influx of money will without a doubt impact the players and teams.
The excitement around women's basketball reaching new heights. Caitlin Clark! The WNBA scoring big as fans want to see more of their favorite stars competing on TV.
Down low for Angel Reese.
The WNBA reportedly securing a new round of media rights deals with NBC, Amazon, and Disney, the parent company of ABC, worth about $2.2 billion over 11 years, about $200 million a year. This new media package, a massive increase, 6 times bigger than its previous deal.
And it leads to a swish.
It could be seismic. This could change the economics and stability of teams, let alone the league itself, and put them on a potentially different trajectory.
All of this is tied to the success of the NBA. So they're basically leveraging rights for the NBA to also secure. So again, women are basically leapfrogging off of the shoulders of men in order to be able to get more visibility and ultimately get the bag, right? In addition to it coming at the perfect time of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. Now, I also want to give a little bit of a prop to Angel Reese. Because I think that she's also bringing some visibility, and the fact that she's leveraging her off the court visibility and her social media to also bring more visibility to when she comes into town. I think that plays a role also, and people not gonna want to give her any props, but I'm gonna give her a little bit of a prop. But Caitlin Clark, it's 2 things of why this matters, and I'm gonna dig into it with this whole NBA thing, and I'm gonna go into Forbes and ESPN and everything. But it's mainly 2 things. It's the fact that they're basically leveraging negotiations, and because the WNBA is basically tied to the NBA, even though they've lost money every single year that they've been in existence, the media rights deal, which is estimated to be upwards of somewhere near $76 billion, the negotiation for NBA streaming rights and so on and so forth, with multiple different providers and platforms. What's happening is they're leveraging that to ultimately secure a deal for the WNBA, and they still not happy. I was just looking at a video which prompted me to go and chase this story down. And so this is not something that you guys sent to me. This is something that I chased down myself. Let me give myself a little bit of a round of applause. I looked at a video of, I believe it was not Cheryl Swoops. It was Reggie Miller's sister. Reggie Miller's sister. I forgot what her name was. Give me a little bit of a reprieve here. I was doing my own research, but Reggie Miller's sister, and she was saying that the rights deal should be somewhere near $8 billion instead of $2 billion. Ultimately, it looks like they're coming to a conclusion of $2.2 billion. I can't tell you what the numbers are or what they should be, but the fact that the WNBA is losing money every single year and has lost money every single year that they've been in existence is pretty interesting. But securing a rights deal for hopefully the future of the WNBA, hoping that Caitlin Clark stays healthy and that she continues to draw an audience. And it looks like she's exceeding expectations by all measures as far as her impact on the WNBA and her performance on the court. It speaks volumes. Let me get into it a little bit more. I'm going to read what's going on after we see the rest of this video.
The league, now valued at $96 million, seeing a surge in popularity fueled by stars like rookies Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and MVP frontrunner A'ja Wilson.
To A'ja Wilson, who rattles down the 3-ball.
The WNBA seeing its highest television ratings in the league's history. Games averaging 1.32 million viewers, nearly triple last season's average.
Thank you. Say thank you to Caitlin Clark.
I decided yesterday I'm going to be a WNBA fan.
And fans aren't just watching the games on TV. They are showing up to see these players in person. More than half the games this season, sellouts.
Now what we just need to do is, honestly, I do think that they need to reduce themselves to a smaller venues in order to make sure that they can market themselves as sellouts. But now all we need to do is just make sure that we get men's and women's sports, and then we gonna be all set.
Even move to bigger arenas to accommodate the crowd.
The WNBA All-Star Game is this Saturday. Many looking forward to all the fun that comes with All-Star festivities. It should be fun to see all the league stars on the same court at the same time.
Nah, we don't care nothing about that. Let me go ahead and pivot over for a second and share with my screen. It says that the WNBA secures a $2.2 billion TV deal and could earn more. And a lot of people don't want to give Caitlin Clark her props, but she absolutely deserves it. It says the WNBA will earn an estimated $2.2 billion as a part of the NBA's multi-year deals with NBC, Amazon, Disney for broadcasting rights, according to multiple outlets. Now, we know that TNT has lost in the war, and so we don't know what's gonna happen with Ernie and Chuck and Shaq and all of them, but we're gonna figure that out. According to multiple outlets, more than tripling the value of the league's media rights deal amid increased demand for women's basketball. Now, from what I know is, I believe that the media rights deal was around $60 million annually, and now that jumps to about $200 million over the next 10 years or so. It says Warner Brothers Discovery, the parent company of longtime NBA partner TNT, can match the deal for NBA's media rights package, though the firm has not confirmed that it will. We all know that that's not going to happen. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert indicated earlier this year she planned to double the league's annual revenue from its broadcasting deals as viewership increased. In recent months, the WNBA has broken several viewership records, including a game between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky that peaked at 2.3 million viewers, the most for WNBA since 2001. We already know that that comes with a rise in visibility from Caitlin Clark, and also them finally creating a rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It said that she was drafted number one, whatever, blah, 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 blah. NBA secured its multi-year television deal earlier this month, following months of speculation that the league was negotiating with other networks. Under the new deal, regular season games will be nationally televised nearly 7 days a week, with games on Amazon Prime Video streamed Friday nights and Saturday, while NBC and Peacock games will air Tuesday and Mondays, respectively. Now, I know that Quentin is the main person. He's my source for this greatness. Quentin is the main person that I know that is a fan, has really, really become a fan of the WNBA and Caitlin Clark. I myself personally have not watched one game thus far. I am an NBA fan. I do continue to have season tickets. Although this year it's up in the air, I'm still try to let them convince me because I'm not happy with the idea of spending all of this money and then ultimately still having a losing team the way that we have a losing team. But maybe one day, maybe the price of the brick has gone up and I won't be able to buy a whole row of front seat tickets for about $975 for the whole front row. You know what I'm saying? I had planned on going and trolling and buying the whole front row. But apparently that's not going to happen anymore. But they don't want to give, honestly, and I don't know why they so bitter towards it. They don't want to give Caitlin Clark her props and basically thank her, even though I believe she only makes $76,000 a year. She happily continued to take that, even though she could have stayed in college if she wanted to. She came over into the WNBA. I don't know what they gave her on the back end in order to incentivize her to do so, but she came over to the WNBA and she absolutely positively increased viewership and polarized the league. But I'm curious as to what you guys think. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, on top of that, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. That link is in the description. Ladies, get that for the fellas. Fellas, don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm curious as to what y'all think. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.